Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of June. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and get into this reading here for you for the month of June 2025. Do hope that your month of May was amazing, and I hope June is going to be even better for you here, Sagittarius. Go ahead and get all the cards set up. We'll go ahead and get all of the cards out, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. And I do apologize, I have a different desk set up for this video. It's because I'm traveling, but I tried to replicate it in the best way that I could. So let me just try to get everything so you kind of are able to see all of the cards here. I'll be back to my old desk setup soon. All right. And I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. All right, energy on the bottom. You do have the Hanged Man. All right, so in this month of June here, the Hanged Man, it may suggest that some of you are going back and forth about something, okay? You're contemplating something. You could say that the Hanged Man's sort of like in a state of limbo or in a period of limbo, right? They're kind of like trying to figure out what's next for them. And what they don't realize is that what is next for the Hanged Man is a transformation, because the Hanged Man comes before the transformation of the Death card. But right now, they're sort of in this wait and see energy. I have a feeling that some of you are sort of like not sure on what to do about something. Okay, the Hanged Man, I feel like you are sort of in limbo, or you're going back and forth. There's a little bit of indecision here that I'm feeling from this Hanged Man card. Just energetically, I'm kind of feeling that for you. Some of you have a decision to make here. And the thing is, this is a tough decision to make. You're kind of caught in a rock and a hard place, I think is the phrase. Okay, you're kind of caught in a tough decision here. And not just because of the Hanged Man, but also because of this Two of Swords is really jumping out to me. Now here's the deal. As you have the Hanged Man, and right away in the middle here, you have this Tower card. The thing is, the Tower card basically is like, if you're not going to make a decision, the universe will make a decision for you. Okay, the Tower moments in the tarot, they are feared, but Tower moments are very, very important in life because they reveal something to us that we need to know. Okay, Tower moments can be like the exposure of a false belief. Okay, if we are living our life in a false belief, it's best to know what that false belief is so that we can correct it and move on and start living in the truth. And Sagittarius, let me tell you, out of any sign, it is very, very important for you to be living in the truth. Okay, out of any sign. Truth will always guide a Sagittarius forward. Okay, so I would really encourage Sagittarius people here in this reading to seek truth in this month of June. In whatever way possible, in whatever way that you can. You should really try to seek truth in your situation, okay? Now, the Tower moment is also very good because it can release you from something that is no longer working, okay? That's a better way of saying it. Like, this person was trapped in the tower, and now they are set free. Now, it could be painful, it could be challenging, but also what you're going through now is painful and challenging in that you are going back and forth about a decision here, okay? You're sort of like in this holding pattern, Sagittarius, in this month of June, and I suspect that this has been the case in May, in April, or sometime before this. You've sort of been thinking about a decision. You've been thinking about something here, Sagittarius. So why don't we go ahead and move forward here and take a look at the first column. You have the Empress, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Pentacles here in this first column, okay? So looking at the Empress, what I like here is, well, first the Empress could indicate, it could be referring to the mother in some way here, okay? It can also be referring to fertility and abundance and prosperity. All of these things are very good when you get the Empress card is a very, very positive card. It says that you have fertile ground in front of you to plant the seed, to see it grow. You could also be approaching something in your business or in your life in some way as if it were your baby, right? Because if you think about the Empress, it is the mother. like approaching your job as if it was your baby or anything like this, right? Maybe you have a project, a home project, or something that you are working on, and you're really, really nurturing it into existence. These are good things. You may have a project or something like this that you are really, really in, like very deep in, okay? And you really want to nurture this project or this task or whatever it is with great care and great respect. The fact that you have it means that you have an abundance of options, choices, and decisions that you could be making. The thing is that I fear for Sagittarius people here is that a decision will not be made, okay? And the universe will maybe rearrange the timeline for you in a way, you could say. And the reason I say that is you have this Tower, of course, but you also have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords means something's completely done, okay? Something's completely closing out for you. The chapter is over, okay? It does say that there is a new chapter on the horizon, but right now you're having to deal with whatever is closing out or whatever is coming to an end here. Like the Tower, the Ten of Swords, like the Tower, does release you from something that's not working. Very similar energy. The Tower is more of a shock. It's more of an awe. It's more of like a shock and awe type deal, like a realignment or a shakeout. Versus the Ten of Swords is just like, it's over, right? You're realizing that it's over. The Tower might bring a little bit of more of a surprise element to something that needs to collapse or close, particularly around a false belief, okay? So I think that some Sagittarius people could be having some serious revelations or realizations in this month of June about something, okay? About something. And as I look at these cards, it's very hard for me to say what that thing is because we have a variety of cards. We have cups, we have pentacles, we have wands, we have swords, we have the full gamut here of things. So what I would say is that this situation that you'll have a revelation around, if this is your reading, by the way, you have free will, so you can choose to accept this reading or not. You can reject this reading. But this thing that you're coming to or that you're having a revelation about is very close to you. It's very important. Okay, that's the thing. It's something that is very close to you in some way. Okay, you have the King of Pentacles. Do some of you need a goal? Okay, do some of you need some type of goal? Or is there something about the habits, the routines that need to be changed here? Okay, this person's very presumably wealthy, the King of Pentacles person, and they do that by having good habits and solid routines. Okay, and so do you need a goal? Do you need to look at your routines, your habits? Are they supporting you in your situation or not, right? Let's move to the middle column here. You do have the Queen of Wands up here. You have the Tower, and you also have the Six of Cups, okay? So the Six of Cups does refer to the homeland, okay? It refers to the motherland. There may be something with the mother here that's showing up, the Empress and the Six of Cups, but it can really just be referring to the place that you were born, right? There may be, there may be something like a return home or something like this for some of you here with the Six of Cups, if you're not currently living where you were born. The Six of Cups, though, it can also refer to the past. It refers to memories of love. Okay, something from your past. It could literally mean past life karma too, by the way, or your literal past, like, yeah, the literal past here. Could there be an issue from the past that comes back up? Could there be an issue from the past that comes back up? That is possible. Okay, that is possible with the energies here on this reading, for sure. I'm not really getting much right now. Again, this is sort of like a. This is why we clarify, right? This is why we clarify the cards, because I'm going to need more details to see what the specifics are of this Tower moment. But with the Queen of Wands here, it could be connected to, you may have a fellow fire sign in your life, or you may be the Queen of Wands in this case, Sagittarius, as you are a fire sign. And I would say that the Queen of Wands, the important thing for you here with this card is, this is somebody who's very confident. Okay, they're very, very confident, and they go at something fearlessly. Okay, so whatever potential shakeout or change that's happening here with the Tower, you are being called on to approach this in a fearless way. Okay, to not back down from whatever change is in front of you, but instead to go for something full throttle here. Okay, so you can't really. You can resist change if you want to. You're allowed to do that, of course. Many people resist change, but the best way forward is to take this Queen of Wands energy on and move with the changes. Move with whatever's coming forward for you here. It also would suggest that you'll be very busy in the month of June. Okay, I do think that you will be very busy. I think that I gotta say, like this month of June, it seems like there are bigger energies. Okay, many like high vibe oracle cards are coming in for many people. There are some deeper messages here in this month of June, and I have to say yours is pretty deep as well. In the final column, you have the Four of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, I do think that with the Four of Cups, I think I'm onto something by saying some of you may want a goal, may want to establish or set a goal for yourself here, okay? This person doesn't really have goals, okay? This person is just sort of existing, and they're bored, okay? They are bored in their situation. Despite that, the universe is trying to tell them something here, as you can see. The universe is trying to give them a way out or an opportunity, but they're not connecting to it because they're bored, okay? So I would say that if this person continues to sit here under the tree, that's when the tower moments are more likely to happen, right? Because the universe has been trying to get you to know something or get you to understand something. And that's when the tower moments come in, right? There's some sort of like shock or change or shock to the system, something like that, that shows you, right? And it may be in a more painful way than could be prior if you had noticed the signs before, okay? I'm trying to be as gentle as I can in explaining this to you, but this is the energy that I'm getting here, okay? You do have the Two of Swords, which is like needing to really find a solution to something, okay? This person even needs to find the solution in a unique way because they are blindfolded, right? They have a decision to make. They're at a crossroads, okay? They're at a decision point, and they have a tough decision to make. This is not an easy decision, okay? They're caught between maybe two arguments or two people, or they're caught between two decisions, okay? And to find the decision, they have to do it in a way where, like, even if they're blindfolded, they need to come up with a solution to the decision or to the problem, right? So this can talk about problem solving. It may also refer to your voice as well, like you needing to express your voice in a certain way, but having a hard time doing that. You then have the Two of Pentacles, which is this idea as well. The Two of Pentacles is sort of a card that can indicate someone being in limbo or somebody being in a holding pattern. You can see that the Two of Pentacles person here is juggling the coins. Okay, it's sort of like, when it refers to money, it can sort of mean like just as quick as money comes in, it goes out, right? And so it's like things are up in the air, right? Trying to keep all the plates in the air when you get the Two of Pentacles, and you have that sort of with the Hanged Man. So I would say that this is definitely a month of taking action and making decisions here that are very critical for you, okay? Why don't we go ahead and let's start to clarify this situation even more. We'll pull some additional oracle cards and we'll see, we'll move into the clarification section now, and we're gonna start off by pulling some oracle cards, then we'll pull additional tarot cards, okay? So let's take those two. And we'll take this one and these two, okay. Energy on the bottom, you do have Kernanos, life force. Express your driving passion, sensual and sexual powers are increased. Okay. So I do think the Queen of Wands has a great deal of life force. They are a force. They're a force of nature, right? And they're capable of doing many things at the same time. And I think that there's going to be a lot on your plate in this month, and it's going to be important to sort of approach things with as much energy as possible if you can. Let's see what else you have here. You have El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you, wear a cloak of protection and love. You then have Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Yes, so Joan of Arc with the Two of Swords could suggest that you have something to say to somebody. And look at the other key word here, truth, right? What did I say at the beginning of this reading? It is very important for you to be in alignment with the truth to the best of your ability, okay, in this month of June. Like really, really, really to be following the truth. What else do we have? Okay, you have charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. As well as Saint Germain, karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. There is a clearing here, okay? Creating your own path, making room. There's this idea of a clearing here with the tower. You then have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and let's start to clarify these tarot cards, because I'm very curious about this Tower moment for you, Sagittarius. Now, I do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you, Sagittarius. I do really appreciate you being here, and thank you for spending your time with me. Okay, we'll go ahead and see what we have here. So you have the Knight of Swords, you have the Page of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. I think there is like a money timeline here that some of you are trying to work out. You're trying to iron something out financially here with the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Six of Pentacles would suggest that maybe you're giving a little bit too much, or there's an imbalance, potentially in this case. There's an imbalance in how you're giving and receiving. In other words, maybe you're lending to family members or to friends or, a significant person in your life, but you're not really, being respected, or there's something here that's happening, there's something here that's happening. And you're maybe looking at some type of imbalance here in terms of your money and your resources, and also just your energy generally. The Six of Pentacles is the exchange of energy. And I do think that there's a little bit of an imbalance here with habits, routines, something like this. Some of you, I think, need a goal for sure, just to be completely blunt and honest. I know you appreciate bluntness, blunt energy. I know you appreciate that. I would say the Page of Swords, it can represent a delay in the tarot. It can also represent a difficult person as well, or maybe some communication that's a little bit challenging or difficult here with the Ten of Swords and the Page of Swords. Yeah, for sure. You then have the Knight of Swords here with the Empress. Some action needs to be made in the areas of your resources, okay? The Empress being fertility, resources, abundance, could be the mother as well. But I think that there's some swift action, okay, that needs to be made in those areas here. Let's see what else we have. Okay, you have this Tower again. You have the World and the Eight of Cups. So the Tower twice in this column seems to be kind of a big deal, right? I think there's a surprise revealed here in this month. Okay, maybe that you have needed to close something out or finish something out here for a while, and you've maybe delayed that process with the Page of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Two of Pentacles showing up as sort of like, as well as the Four of Cups, kind of being in action. I think something's needed to complete or close out here in this month ahead. Even in the prior month, okay? The World represents success. That's a very good card. So this Tower, it might not be totally doom and gloom, by the way. The World really, really represents success and good fortune, and also certainty as well. It can indicate international travel, by the way, but I'm not really getting like too many other travel cards here, but it's possible. I would also say, though, I think Sagittarius people are in for a bit of a surprise here, and I would say with the Eight of Cups, this could suggest walking away from something, okay, so that you can pursue a goal. Okay, this person's pursuing the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups represents wish fulfillment. Okay, they're turning their back towards the things that are not fulfilling them, and they're moving towards something that is really, really, truly fulfilling for them in their life. Okay? And I think you will be closing out a chapter here in June. I think you really will be closing out a chapter here. And it may come with a little bit of a twist as the Tower is involved. And this really, it may be financially for some people here, as we do have more pentacles, but in this type of reading, because I'm not getting one theme, it could be anything, right? It could be in any area of life. But again, this is a bigger theme for you right now. This is something very close to you, something very important because of the nature of the cards. You do have the Ten of Swords again. You have the Five of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. This has been, I think, the most challenging reading I've had for Sag people in a while. Okay, Ten of Swords twice, Tower twice. The book is closed. Okay, the book is closed. It's completely done, whatever that is. And I think that maybe there's something that went on too long in your situation. It went on too long, and now there's a completion here for sure. There's an ending. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With the World, Ten of Swords, twice, Tower. You may feel a little bit down about this situation here as you have the Five of Cups, and I feel like, again, as the Five of Cups is on the Two of Swords, there's this critical decision you've had to make. You have a hard decision to make, and it feels hard because you know one of the two outcomes in this decision that you have to make is a bit emotionally painful. With the Five of Cups, you know that it will make you sad, you know. You then have the Page of Pentacles here as well, which can be a solid card indicating opportunity or even solid or positive messages here coming forward. Can we see actually another card? Because I'm very curious about this. You do have the King of Wands with that. This represents business stuff, okay, but also you. That's also your energy. So you do have a counterpart here, King and Queen of Wands, for sure. You had the Queen of Wands up here. You do have a counterpart, so there could be some changes there to somebody that is connected to you in some close way. But I would say that there is light at the end of the tunnel for you. Okay, there is something positive at the end of this. Certainly with the World's influence on top of the Tower, as well as this idea of the King of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, you will be able to make something of this situation. And it may even be the best for you, as right now you're sort of in this Hanged Man energy of like, okay, I'm same old, kind of just still waiting, in limbo, all of these sorts of things. On the bottom, you do have the Devil. This is temptation or something toxic going on here. Why don't we go ahead and let's start to clarify this. Let's close this out by pulling some Kipper cards for you. I do find that in a reading like this, Kipper cards can be very helpful, as it's been hard to sort of get the theme here. All right, let's see what we have. You have Privileged Lady, Family Room, Journey, Community, Great Fortune, House. Wow. I'll tell you what, there's a real like work from home timeline here for some people. This is something that you want to do. I know it's different than what this reading has been about, but there is finally a second travel card here with the Journey and the World. But Great Fortune, House, Family Room means that you could find success in a work from home scenario. There may also be a return to family for some people here, or there may be something with the family, as you got the Empress, the Six of Cups, now the Family Room card. This could certainly be the case. Let's see what's on the bottom here. You do have Mature Man as well. Okay. So this is where I'm going to actually leave the reading for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.